who approved this, and I don't know who thought that this was normal, this narrative, but I did a photo shoot with Justin Bieber, and he was 16 years old, and I don't know how old I was, and it was like a play. His girlfriend was there, his parents, I mean, it was like nothing creepy at all, but I look back and I'm like, that's the one thing that I feel like, you know, he's like a good dear friend of ours. And
Kim Kardashian jumped on Call Her Daddy and started spilling way more than anyone expected. And trust me, she went in. She opened up about Kanye, about what parenting looks like now, about where things stand with Kourtney, plus a few surprising mentions of old exes. She even touched on that controversial photo shoot with Justin Bieber and the part in Travis Barker's book where he wrote about her. She didn't hold anything back, and the internet is buzzing like crazy over it. When the topic shifted to Kanye West, that's when things got really real. We've all watched their relationship play out in public, especially after their divorce, with Kanye dropping random online rants at the Kardashian family and claiming he was kept away from a birthday party. Kim finally explained that through everything, she genuinely tried to be there for him. And even in his recent life documentary, you can see her trying to be the most supportive partner she could be, but she kept it honest. His refusal to take his medication put a serious strain on their marriage, and watching him lash out at Kris Jenner on camera was painful for her. She admitted it wasn't easy to walk away from someone she built so much life with, and it hurt even more seeing him go at her family like that.
And the whole family. But like, who thought that that was a good idea? You know, I must have been 30 years old, you know?
I could see that. I could see that getting murky.
But it was a story of, what's that story with the teacher and the student? The graduate.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I just feel like that was nothing ever weird was obviously happening. And like, I just think that was like an odd concept, and why none of us thought that that was odd at the time. But now we look back and I'm like, that would have not been the most appropriate thing.
Kim also talked about how unstable things felt with him, from airing private issues online to not getting along with her mom, to him making sudden financial decisions without checking in with her first. She made it clear that dealing with all that chaos took a toll on her. Then she opened up about co-parenting and revealed she actually has the kids full-time, but she would never keep them from seeing their dad. She wants them to have a solid bond with him because she grew up loving the relationship she had with her own father, and she respected how her parents handled co-parenting. Still, from what people see online, Kanye often makes it seem like she's blocking him, and she wanted to set the record straight. She says that's simply not true, and when she was asked when he last reached out to see the kids, she admitted it had been months, which shocked a lot of people. But she said when it comes to the kids feeling disappointed or confused, they understand their dad's lifestyle, and she's just doing her best to keep their world steady, structured, and on schedule. Kim doubled down and shut the whole rumor down again. She's not keeping those kids from their dad, and she's tired of people running with that storyline. And when that birthday party drama came up, the one where Kanye claimed he wasn't invited, she explained it straight. He had already said he was throwing his own party, so she didn't think there was anything to fight about. A lot of people might not be Kim's biggest fans, but even her critics admit she's handled the situation with Kanye better than anyone expected. It's one of the few parts of her life where people genuinely feel for her because they've watched every messy moment unfold in public. Then she talked about the backlash around parenting North, especially after people online said North was dressing too grown. There was a whole viral moment over her wearing a corset, and some folks even thought she had a piercing that wasn't right for her age. Kim said she's just dealing with a preteen who's figuring things out, and she wishes people would show her daughter some grace instead of nitpicking everything she wears. She also knows the internet has been calling North a problem child, or acting like she doesn't listen. And Kim hinted that a lot of that comes from how the show edits things and the way social media clips shape the story. She wanted to clear it up. North is good, she listens, and she's not the wild child some people make her out to be. When it came to her relationship with Kourtney, Kim said they're actually super close, even though the show doesn't always show that side of them. And honestly, that part is wild because they have full editing control, so you'd think they would switch the narrative if they really hated it. Maybe they leave the messy parts in to keep the show interesting, but from the way Kim talked about it, she doesn't exactly love the storyline. One of the most surprising moments in the whole interview came when Kim talked about that old photo shoot she did with Justin Bieber, back when she was still getting used to big-level fame. She said straight up that she felt uncomfortable during it because of the big age gap, and she admitted it felt off, like something she shouldn't even be doing at the time. That honesty shocked a lot of people. Online, folks had already been side-eyeing those photos, especially while everyone was discussing the Diddy situation and questioning the people around him. So when old pics of Kim and a very young Justin resurfaced, the internet started talking wild, asking why the Kardashians were always so close to Justin back then and what that whole connection was even about. It turned into a whole conspiracy thread. Kim made it clear in the interview that looking back now, she sees how strange the setup was, and she still doesn't know why nobody around her questioned it. She said it was just something the team pitched, and she went along with it because that's what new celebrities do. But now, as an adult with way more experience, she admits the whole vibe was weird. People online have been saying she should have understood more back then because she was the older one in the shoot, but she explained that she honestly didn't know any better at the time. And the wildest part is that she even brought this up now, especially since the internet was already digging it up when everyone was discussing Diddy and revisiting old photos tied to that era. Kim basically added gasoline to a conversation the internet wasn't ready to let go of. Maybe Kim was trying to clear her name without making it look like she was actually defending herself, because the way she brought it up was so random and so out of nowhere that it felt like she wanted to get ahead of the conversation. Back then, she was hungry for fame, and it really sounds like she agreed to that photo shoot without questioning anything, which makes the whole situation feel even stranger now that she's looking back at it. It's wild to hear her finally speak on something the internet has been debating for years, and I'm curious what you think about her explanation. From the Justin Bieber shoot to everything she said about Kanye, parenting North, her bond with Kourtney, and the Travis situation, this interview had layers. Let me know your thoughts because this one had me stunned. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.